Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this special edition on Nile TV International. We were watching recently the high-level briefing to the UN Security Council today, March 24th of 2026. The international officials emphasized that Gaza's recovery is strictly tied to the successful implementation of the U.S.-backed comprehensive peace plan that was introduced by President Donald Trump. In this regard, we are going to be speaking to the political analyst, Dr. Mohamed Ezaby, and he's going to give us his insights on this briefing and give us more details on it. Dr. Mohamed Ezaby, can you hear me?
Yes.
Good morning to you, sir, and welcome on Nile TV International. Sir, give us your insights on the briefing you watched earlier.
Well, from my perspective, the session clearly reflects a fragmented global order. The United States continues to form the crisis through the lens of Israel's security, while cautiously acknowledge the humanitarian dimension. In contrast, Russia and China are leveraging the Palestinian issue to challenge Western dominance, calling for an immediate and unconditional ceasefire to move to phase 2 and 3. What we see here is not merely disagreement, it's a strategic competition playing out over geopolitical influence. We can say a key pillar in this session is the role of Egypt. Cairo is acting with a high degree of strategic balance, firmly rejecting escalation while maintaining open channels with all parties. Egypt's message is clear: no regional stability without de-escalation, no solution without a political horizon. In my assessment, Egypt as a positioning itself not just a mediator, but as a guarantor of regional equilibrium. Also, the humanitarian briefings inside the United Nations are no longer just descriptive. They have become a tool of political pressure. The scale of destruction in Gaza is reshaping international discourse, pushing even traditionally cautious actors towards a stronger language. However, the paradox remains: the deeper the humanitarian crisis, the harder consensus becomes inside the Council. Here lies the core of the crisis. The debate is not about whether there should be a ceasefire, but on whose terms. The United States is linking any ceasefire to security guarantee for Israel, while other powers demand an immediate halt without conditions. In reality, this is a negotiation over the future political architecture of Gaza, not just a pause in fighting. If the session fails, and indications suggest a high probability, it will have serious consequences: increased international polarization, rising risk of regional spillover, weakening of the United Nations Security Council as a conflict resolution platform. More importantly, it will reinforce a dangerous precedent that major conflicts can persist despite global awareness of their humanitarian cost.
Yes.
What is happening today inside the United Nations Security Council is larger than the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. It's about the future of the international system itself. And from where I stand, the Council is not failing because it lacks solutions, but because it lacks political alignment among its most powerful members.
Dr. Mohamed, all parties in the briefing called for implementing the two-state solution. How can we prevent this briefing from just being another series of meetings? How do we make sure that it turns into an effective and a practical roadmap for actually achieving peace?
Well, up till now, the United Nations Security Council cannot take a decision about the future of Gaza. Especially, as I said, the United States focus only on the safety or the security of Israel. It didn't care about the humanitarian position for all Gazan people. It cares only about security of Israel. As we saw in the Iranian war, United States share this war and for the security of Israel. Any solution will put to Gaza, United States will not accept it if it didn't contain any conditions for Israel, or any condition Israel will not accept. So we can say even what happened today, Israel is controlled the international institutions through United States. Always United States achieved what Israel wants. So we will not see any future for to solve any struggle in the Middle East area without Israel want.
However, sir, the parties in the high-level briefing, they all condemn the Israeli settler violence against the Palestinians in the West Bank, especially with its rising recently. And it has been reported in the briefing as well that 46% increase of aid delivery had happened throughout the past months. However, it is not enough. Also, the reconstruction should be Palestinian-led, and that is according to the emphasis in the briefing. And international partners, how can they ensure that this happens? How can they ensure that the reconstruction of Gaza is Palestinian-led?
Well, up till now, we saw what Israel done to the West Bank, how they made a destruction to Jenin in many other places in the West Bank. If we talk about the reconstruction, we first must reject any decision, any Israeli decision to take any land from the West Bank. Then we will take about the reconstruction. Up till now, no country in the world want to share in the reconstruction, especially that the United States and Donald Trump always before spoke about a Rivera project. And Netanyahu gave a promise to Ben-Gvir and Smotrich to give them a part of Gaza to make a settlement for Jews in Israel. So the theme of reconstruction must be accepted by all world countries and the United States. If any decision wanted to support the reconstruction of Gaza, it will be faced by a veto from the United States, especially if Israel didn't accept to start the reconstruction. We saw the bad weather which will happen in the next 2 days, and we saw the Gazan people who live without any places to protect them from the bad weather. Up till now, no country tried to force Benjamin Netanyahu to accept reconstruction, especially even Egyptian effort and the Egyptian announcement by His Excellency President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, and that Egypt will make an international conference for reconstruction of Gaza, but up till now we didn't find any country accept to share in this conference.
Dr. Mohamed Ezaby, thank you so much for being with us on Nile TV International. We had the pleasure of speaking to the Professor of International Relations expert. Thank you so much for being with us on Nile TV International once more, and we will still have more updates for you exclusively on Nile TV International.